Welcome back to another pristine production, guys. Have another night session here. I'm your mixing engineer, host Andrew Rayburn, and today we're going to be talking about vocal effects, how you make epic vocal effects, and I have an example here that I'm going to show you how you can manipulate and use reverb, delay, a little bit of distortion to get some creating a mood and ambience so the vocal can swim inside of the track. So enough of the talking. Let's get right into it. So I'm going to play the track here without the effects so you can get a little bit of feel. Here we go.
Saying that I'm sorry, it makes it feel good. I would like to say goodbye to all those things. I'll give you love, but I never received nothing. You promised, but you just forgot it. I'm hoping that you never sober. I give you love, 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 I give you love.
Okay, so you can hear the dry vocal. You can hear the tracks around it. Pretty dry. Nothing's happening much. So let's go ahead. I'm going to take off the EQ here. I'm going to show a little bit of EQ tricks as well. I'm going to play it back. No EQ.
Saying that I'm sorry, it makes it feel good. I would like to say goodbye to all those things. I'll give you love, but I never received nothing.
Okay, so for the sake of the tutorial, I'm going to do a little bit of solo. So I have the Pro Q2 here, and I'm going to play the bass and the vocals.
You promised, but you just forgot it. I'm hoping that you never sober.
Now, as you can hear, her vocals sound a little bit thin.
I give you love, I give you love, I give you love.
So we want the vocal to compete
I give you love,
with that thick bass line. So
give you love.
I'm gonna grab this EQ here, and I'm boosting 8 dB at 110. I'm boosting a little bit of 500, and we're gonna see if we can sweeten the top end a little bit here. So let's go ahead and play it.
I give you love.
Let me play it by itself so you can hear the
Saying
EQ.
that I'm sorry, it makes it feel good.
I'm gonna
I
exaggerate the
like
frequency. Here we go.
to say goodbye to all those things.
So that 110 is what is giving her vocals a little bit more presence, a little bit more body in the lower mid-range, not in the top. I know when you guys hear about presence, you think about top end. And a little bit of 500, I'm going to boost that so you can hear.
I'll give you love, but I never received nothing.
You don't want to go too
You
far
promised, but you
with those
just
frequencies.
forgot it. I'm hoping that you never sober.
So let's try a little bit of maybe
I give
9K.
you love, I give you love, I give you love, I give you love,
I'm going to use a bell.
I give you love, I give you love, I give you love.
Let's bring it back.
To say goodbye to all those things.
Listen to the 9K.
I give you love,
Exaggerate.
but I never received nothing. You promised, but you
Let's bring in the
just
bass line.
forgot it. I'm hoping that you never sober. I give you love, I give you
EQ off.
I give you love, I give you love.
Let's bring it back.
Saying that I'm sorry,
Let's bring in the
makes
bass
it
line.
feel good. I
bring
would
in the
like to say goodbye to all those things.
Notice the vocals sound a little bit distant here.
Give you love, but I never received nothing.
Now let me turn on the EQ.
You promised, but you just forgot it.
Now the vocals are a little bit more
I'm hoping that you never
in the room,
sober.
more up and close.
I give you love, I give you love,
Now let's get to the effects here. So I'm going to pull up my send here. And I'm using the Valhalla plate. I'll show you some settings real quick that I'm using here. I have the width turned to 200%. The size is mega because I want epic. I'm going to pull down some of the low gain here. So I'm going to turn on the send and just her vocals and the bass. So here we go.
I give you love, but I never received nothing. You promised, but you just forgot it. I'm hoping that you never sober.
Break down some of the top end.
I give you love, 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 I give you love.
Now, you want to, when it comes to reverb, pay attention to the pre-delay. It delays the time when the vocal goes through the delay and then comes out back, so the vocal doesn't get lost in the reverb. And you want to make sure this has a built-in EQ, so the low gain here I'm taking out about 700 kilohertz, so I'm giving her more of a top end big dark room kind of sound. So people might say, Ray, how do you know how much to send? You just send it until you feel the vocal. If you want to get that big, the epic sound, you gotta send more to the reverb. And the good thing with the EQ on the reverb, you can get more reverb without sounding like too much reverb.
Don't you like that I got you saying that I'm sorry?
So now we can hear the reverb is giving her depth.
To say goodbye to all those things. I give you love, but I never.
And you can hear that tail when she says, I give you love.
Give you love.
You hear that fade off all the way at the back, like she's way in the back of the room.
But I never received nothing.
So let's go to the other effect. I'm going to use the H delay. I have ping pong mode, 8 note to the BPM, which is 120. So let me play the vocal with the reverb and the delay.
I give you love, but I never received nothing. You promised, but you just forgot it. I'm hoping.
You hear that little ping pong? It bounced to the left and the right. That's what we want. It might sound a little repetitive here, but check this out. When I bring her vocal in the track, let me play it.
Don't you like that I got you saying that I'm sorry? It makes you feel good.
The delay fade out comes in just about right, giving the vocal vibe and depth. Especially when she says, I give you love.
You promised, but you just forgot it. I'm hoping that you never sober. I give you love, I give you love.
And now we can get creative and do a little bit of sci-fi move here. I'm going to use the GTR. I'm going to use some overdrive here. I'm going to call this a delay throw. A little bit of wah and cut a little bit of high cut here on the additional delay on the GTR. And this is what we got. Let's play.
Makes you feel good. I would like to say goodbye to all those things.
Let's bring down the send for the throw.
I give you love, but I never received nothing. You promised, but you just forgot it.
Alright, you can take off the wah. Let's see what it sounds like with just the distortion here. You know, if you're hearing too much in the mix, you gotta back off on delay. Remember that.
Saying that I'm sorry, it makes you feel good. I would like to say goodbye to all those things.
Hear that delay there on
I
the
give
GTR.
you love,
back off a little
I'm
bit.
hoping that you never suffer. I give you love.
Take off some of that high cut.
I give you love.
I want to feel the delay. I don't want to
I give you love.
hear it too much. But that will one mix it. So I'm gonna stop there, guys. Nice, short, and sweet. So what we learned today, we learned that in order to give the vocal a little bit more depth and body, we come to the EQ, and we boosted some lower mid-range and some lows to make her voice a little bit more in front of you, a little bit more, intimate, like this, like song here. And we use the reverb to get that big ambiance. We tweak the settings on the reverb, take out some low end and a little bit of top end, and adjusted the pre-delay. Very important. So by the time the vocal passes through the reverb, it delays that time so the vocal stays in front of the reverb while getting nice rounded reverb behind it. These are one of the secrets of the pros. And we did a little bit of delay here, a little bit of ping pong. So we have her vocal like having a groove. The delay is forming a groove, especially when she says, "I give you love." You have that ping pong movement there, giving you a little bit more stereo, a little bit more depth. And of course, we did a little bit of creativity with the delay throw from the Waves GTR. A little bit of distortion and a little bit of additional delay on the stomp pedal, and we've got that nice fade off and that distorted bounce way out in the horizons, that epic sound. So I'm going to stop there, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Remember to check out my website, link in the description. Be sure to pick up my course. There's 4: dancehall, Afrobeat, how to mix soca, and how to mix reggae in the box, which a lot of producers are booking lately. It's only $30 US. Go on Coursecraft and you get full access to my videos on it, full lifetime access with free stems with it that you can follow along with. So be sure to check it out, guys. I'm telling you, you're gonna be well pleased. You're gonna love it. A lot of gold and gems in there, stuff you won't hear on YouTube. I'm teaching. So I want to stop there, guys. Remember, you can hit me up, email me, let me know what you want me to talk about next. What's your struggle in the mixing? What do you want me to do? If you want to talk about soca music, dancehall, reggae, vocal effects, I will catch you guys on the next one.